Welcome, chosen one. I'm not here by accident, and neither are you. What I'm about to share with you is not a coincidence, nor is it a message you stumbled upon by chance. The divine hand of God has guided you to this very moment. You are here for a reason, and this moment has been set aside for you. This is not just another video you came across in your search for answers. This is the moment you've been waiting for, even if you didn't know it yet. God has orchestrated this encounter with you. Every prayer, every moment of doubt, every step you've taken on this journey has led you to this very message. You've been prepared, and now the time has come to receive the truth. This message is more than just words. It is the divine revelation you have longed for, a truth that will shake you to your core and challenge everything you thought you knew about your purpose and your journey. It may feel overwhelming at first, and that's because the truth I'm about to reveal is not like anything you've experienced before. It's a divine shift, a cosmic realignment that will change the trajectory of your life. I understand that you may have been expecting something different. Maybe you've been waiting for a sign, a breakthrough, or some kind of confirmation that the path you're on is the right one. But hear this. What's coming next will be far beyond your expectations. God is about to show you the truth that will not only illuminate your current path, but will also reveal why everything has unfolded the way it has. You may have wondered, why the delays? Why the struggles? Why the waiting? This truth will answer those questions in ways you could never have imagined. It's time to stop searching for answers outside of yourself, and to embrace the truth that God has been preparing for you all along. This is not for everyone, though. The truth you're about to hear is for those who are truly ready to embrace it, for those who are willing to look beyond the surface of what they think they know and face the deeper realities that have been hidden for a reason. The message I'm sharing with you today is not a light one. It's a truth that will challenge your understanding, push you to confront your beliefs, and demand that you make a decision. It's a truth that will call you to rise higher than you've ever risen before, to step into your purpose with a renewed sense of clarity and commitment. So, as you listen, I urge you to stay focused. Do not let the excitement of the moment carry you away, for what's coming will require your full attention. This is not a message for those who are not ready to confront their own soul's deepest truths. This is for you, chosen one. If you are ready to take the next step in your journey, you've been prepared for this moment, and now it's time to let the truth in. The gravity of what I'm about to reveal to you is not something to take lightly. I know you've been waiting, hoping, praying for something more, but now that it's here, you must be ready to receive it with an open heart and mind. This is the beginning of something greater, something that will transform the way you view yourself, your purpose, and your connection to the divine. It will change the way you see your struggles, your delays, and the obstacles that have stood in your way. No longer will they be seen as setbacks, but as divine setups for your breakthrough. So, stay grounded and stay focused. This journey is not for the faint-hearted. What you're about to learn will require courage, faith, and an unwavering belief that God's plan for you is bigger than anything you could have imagined. You've been chosen for this moment, and you are ready. But you must allow the truth to settle into your spirit, to shift your thinking, and open you up to the greater calling that lies ahead. Now, take a deep breath, and prepare yourself to receive what God has been preparing for you. This is not just another message. This is your divine moment. The shift begins now. Your presence here today is not by accident. You didn't just happen upon this message, and you weren't led here by some random algorithm or chance encounter. No. What brought you to this moment was God's divine hand at work. From the very beginning of your journey, God has been guiding you, leading you, even when you didn't fully understand it. Every prayer you whispered in the dark, every doubt you faced, and every moment you felt lost or uncertain, God was with you, orchestrating everything in His perfect timing. It might be difficult to see it right now, but everything has unfolded just as it should have. The seasons of waiting, the moments of struggle, and even the painful detours, these were all part of God's plan to bring you to this very point in time. You've been carefully led to this moment, chosen to hear the truth that is about to be revealed. And let me tell you, this truth is not just a piece of knowledge, it is a transformative revelation. What you are about to hear will challenge everything you thought you knew, but it will also equip you with the understanding you need to step into a new phase of your destiny. This moment, chosen one, is no coincidence. God's hand has been guiding your steps, aligning your heart, and preparing your spirit for what's to come. The timing of everything has been divinely orchestrated. You might have questioned why things didn't unfold the way you expected, or why certain dreams seemed to take longer than anticipated. But what if I told you that those delays weren't a sign of failure? What if I told you that they were part of a greater plan to make sure you were ready for the monumental shift that is about to happen? The truth you're about to hear is the key to unlocking the next chapter of your journey, and God has been leading you here, step by step, to ensure that you are fully prepared for what lies ahead. Now, brace yourself, because this truth is not for the faint-hearted. It will challenge your beliefs, your expectations, and even the way you've seen yourself up until now. But that's the power of divine revelation. It shakes you to your core in order to awaken you to the deeper purpose for which you were created. It will shift your perspective, realign your priorities, and elevate you to a higher understanding of your role in God's grand plan. This is the truth that will prepare you for a greater purpose, a purpose far beyond anything you've imagined. And as you receive it, understand that it is not just knowledge being imparted, it is divine action taking place within you, in real time. But in this moment, as this revelation unfolds, it is so important that you stay grounded. This is not just an intellectual exercise. This is an emotional and spiritual journey. It is easy to get swept away in the excitement, to feel overwhelmed by the weight of what's being revealed. After all, when the truth begins to pierce through the veil, it can be a lot to process. But I urge you, chosen one, to remain rooted in the understanding that God's plan for you is always for your good. There's no need to panic, no need to rush ahead in an attempt to make sense of everything. Instead, take a deep breath and center yourself. God's timing is perfect, and you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. As you take in the truth that's about to be revealed, remember that the emotional awareness you bring into this moment is just as important as the intellectual understanding. This isn't a time to get lost in the excitement or become overwhelmed by the weight of what you're hearing. It's a time to absorb it deeply, to let the truth settle in your spirit and awaken the courage within you to embrace the next steps with clarity and focus. You've been prepared for this, and now it's time to receive it fully. It's easy to get caught up in the rush of emotions when a divine shift begins. The excitement of what's ahead can sometimes cloud our judgment and cause us to act impulsively. But God is asking you to stay grounded as this shift unfolds. Trust that His plan is in motion, and trust that you are already equipped to step into the purpose He has set before you. There is no need to fear what is coming, only to embrace it with an open heart and mind. You are being prepared for greatness, and God is guiding every step of your journey. So, as you move through this moment, remain focused and rooted in God's truth. Let the excitement fuel your passion, but don't let it control you. Let the truth sink deep into your soul, but don't allow it to overwhelm you. This is a pivotal moment, and God's divine hand is at work, aligning everything in your favor. You were always meant to be here, and now the time has come for you to step into the fullness of what He has prepared for you. As we delve deeper into the truth behind what you've experienced, I want you to pause and reflect on something that may have troubled your heart for a long time. You've wondered about the delays, the promises that seemed unfulfilled, and the lies that have lingered in your mind. Perhaps you've asked yourself why things didn't happen as you expected, why prayers felt unanswered, or why what you hoped for seemed so distant. But I'm here to tell you that these so-called lies weren't lies at all. They were part of a divine strategy, carefully crafted by God Himself, designed to prepare you for something far greater than you've realized. God's actions, what you've perceived as betrayal, were never intended to deceive you, even though they may have felt like that in the moment. The truth is, every delay you've encountered, every time it seemed like things weren't happening when you wanted them to, was part of a much larger plan. God allowed these moments of seeming disappointment for a reason. While it may have been difficult to see in the midst of your struggles, it was all for your protection, your growth, and ultimately, your greater destiny. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that when things don't unfold as we expect, that somehow God has let us down. But the reality is far more profound. You see, God doesn't work on our timetable. His understanding of time is far beyond our own, and what may appear to be a delay is actually God's way of protecting you from what you weren't ready for yet. Just as a loving parent wouldn't hand a child a dangerous gift, God knew that you weren't yet prepared to handle everything you've been asking for. But don't mistake this protection for abandonment, for God has always been present, working behind the scenes, shaping you for the moment when you are ready to step into everything He has promised. The truth behind these past delays is not about your inadequacy, it's about God's wisdom. His timing, though mysterious, is always perfect. What you didn't see then, you will understand now. God didn't leave you waiting to punish you or to keep you from happiness. Instead, He delayed certain blessings to ensure that when they arrived, you were spiritually, emotionally, and mentally ready to receive them. The divine strategy was never about holding back, but about setting you up for success. Think about it. When God withholds something from you, it's not because He wants to deny you joy. No, it's because He knows that there are things you still need to learn. There are strengths you still need to develop. And there are pieces of your character that need to be refined before you can fully step into the fullness of your destiny. Imagine a seed being planted in the soil. The seed doesn't immediately burst forth into a tree. It takes time, care, and protection from the elements. In the same way, God has been protecting you during your waiting period, shielding you from premature blessings that could have caused more harm than good if given too soon. I know it's been frustrating. I know that waiting can feel like an endless cycle of anticipation. But I also know that God has never abandoned you. He has been orchestrating every detail of your journey to ensure that when the time is right, you'll be ready for everything He's prepared for you. And this isn't just about the material things you've prayed for. This is about your heart, your spirit, your relationship with Him. God is much more concerned with your transformation than He is with your immediate gratification. Now, as we shift the narrative, I want you to understand something. Every delay, every obstacle, and every moment of waiting has been part of a divine recalibration. What you've seen as a setback has actually been God's way of shaping and molding you into the person you need to become to handle the blessings that are about to unfold. Think of it as a potter working with clay. The potter must carefully shape and smooth the clay, taking time to ensure it's just right before it's placed into the fire. If the clay were rushed, the vessel would not be strong enough to endure the process. And just like that, you have been shaped and strengthened in ways you couldn't have imagined. God's delays are never denials. They are redirections, realignments that lead you toward your greater purpose. When things didn't happen when you wanted them to, it wasn't a failure on God's part. It was a divine strategy to ensure that you were properly equipped, prepared, and aligned with His will. Now, as the time of waiting comes to an end, you'll see that everything you've experienced, the struggles, the delays, the unanswered prayers were simply stepping stones to get you to this very moment. The divine shifts you've been waiting for are finally here. The blessings, the breakthroughs, and the opportunities you've prayed for are no longer far off. They are already starting to unfold, and as you step into this new chapter, you'll realize that the waiting was not in vain. It was preparation. And you are now ready to receive the fullness of what God has in store for you. God's hand has been at work all along, not just behind the scenes, but actively shaping your destiny. The truth that you're about to walk into was always waiting for you, only now you're ready to fully embrace it. What you thought was a delay, a lie, or even a disappointment was merely God's way of guiding you towards something far greater than you could have ever imagined. Trust in His timing. For now, the fullness of your purpose is coming to fruition. Now that we've explored the truth behind the delays, it's important to fully understand why God's timing is so different from our own. When we find ourselves waiting for something, whether it's a breakthrough, a dream to come true, or a shift in our lives, it's easy to feel like time is moving against us. We tend to measure our lives based on a linear, human understanding of time, one that's driven by expectations and deadlines. But God's timing is not bound by our calendars. He operates on a higher plane, one that transcends the limitations of earthly time. What may seem like a delay from our perspective is actually part of a greater divine strategy, perfectly aligned with the unfolding of your destiny. Think about how many times you've asked yourself why things weren't happening as quickly as you thought they should. You've prayed for answers, worked toward your goals, and kept the faith, but the results haven't come as expected. It can feel frustrating, even discouraging. However, the delay isn't a mistake or a sign that God is absent from your life. It's a sacred pause, a time of preparation. God's plan is bigger than the immediate desires you have, and His timing is always designed to align perfectly with your greater purpose. While we often wish for things to happen on our terms, God knows the bigger picture. He sees your full potential, the opportunities ahead, and the challenges you must overcome to fully step into your purpose. What you might not realize is that the delay is part of God's strategy to position you exactly where you need to be, at the exact right time. If things had happened sooner or in a different sequence, you might not have been ready to handle what God is about to reveal. God's timing is not a matter of waiting, it's a matter of aligning you with His perfect will for your life, ensuring that you are equipped to walk into the future He has prepared for you. During this waiting period, you've been going through more than just a delay. You've been undergoing divine preparation. Every day you've spent in this waiting phase has been a day of growth, even if you couldn't see it at the time. Whether you've been learning to trust more deeply, building resilience in the face of challenges, or developing patience when things didn't unfold as you hoped, each experience has shaped you into the person you are becoming. You might have felt stuck, uncertain, or even lost. But what you didn't see was that God was using every moment of waiting to refine your character and strengthen your faith. The delay wasn't about denying you the blessings you desire, it was about preparing you for what's to come. It's like the process of a seed growing into a tree. It doesn't happen overnight, and the growth happens in stages. If the tree grew too quickly, it wouldn't be strong enough to withstand the storms. Similarly, if your breakthroughs came too quickly, you wouldn't have the strength or wisdom to carry them. God needed you to grow into the person capable of handling the blessings and responsibilities that are about to unfold. This waiting period has been one of building inner strength, wisdom, and readiness. Every struggle, every setback, and every delay was part of the divine preparation process. In times of waiting, we often find ourselves questioning, why is this taking so long? But God's delays were never about denying you what you deserve. They were about making sure you were spiritually, emotionally, and mentally prepared for the great things He's about to release into your life. Consider how much you've learned and how much you've grown through this period of uncertainty. God has been teaching you lessons that only this waiting time could have imparted. The lessons in patience, trust, and faith are not easy, but they are the very foundation upon which your breakthrough will stand. You've learned how to hold on, even when you couldn't see the path ahead. You've learned how to trust when it felt like the promise was slipping further away. These lessons are priceless, and they are making you stronger and wiser. Now, you must be reassured that the delays were never denials. In fact, they were divine redirections, guiding you towards something greater than you could have ever imagined. God's delays are not a sign of rejection, but a sign of His careful preparation. He is making sure that when the moment arrives, you will be ready to step into the fullness of what He has planned for you. Each moment of waiting has been part of God's strategy to build you into the person you need to become someone who can fully embrace their destiny when the time is right. Your purpose has always been clear to God, and He has been aligning every step, even when it felt like you were wandering. So, as you reflect on the delays and the waiting periods, I want you to see them through a new lens. They were never obstacles or roadblocks, but rather stepping stones that led you closer to your true purpose. God wasn't withholding your blessings. He was preparing you for the weight of them. He was ensuring that when the breakthrough came, you would be fully equipped to handle it. You have been prepared. You have been strengthened. You have been refined. And now, the time for your breakthrough is near. Trust that everything is unfolding according to God's perfect plan. The delays have served a higher purpose, and now, as you step into the fullness of what's ahead, you will realize that every moment of waiting was worth it. God has been aligning you, preparing you, and strengthening you for the greatness that's about to unfold in your life. The waiting is finally over, chosen one. Everything that has seemed out of reach, all the dreams you've held onto, the prayers you've whispered in the quiet moments, God is now revealing the hidden blessings that have been preparing for this very moment. You've endured the long seasons of waiting, the moments of uncertainty, and the times when it felt like your dreams were slipping further away. But now, the breakthrough you've been waiting for is coming faster than you could have imagined. The time has come for what was once hidden to be unveiled. God has always had a plan for you, one that has been unfolding in the background while you've been waiting. What seemed like a delay was merely the necessary preparation for the greatness that is now being revealed. The blessings you've been seeking, the breakthroughs that once felt distant, are now within your grasp. The doors you've prayed for are about to swing wide open. What has been hidden in the secret places is now being brought into the light. It's easy to get caught up in the waiting period, to feel like nothing is happening. But what you may not have realized is that everything was being strategically aligned behind the scenes. The blessings you've longed for were never far away. They were simply waiting for the perfect moment to be revealed. And that moment is now. It's time for the hidden blessings to manifest in your life, and as they do, you will see that they are far greater than you could have imagined. It's not just about receiving the things you've prayed for. It's about understanding that everything has been part of a larger divine design. The delays, the waiting, the moments of confusion, they were all leading you to this point. God has been aligning every detail of your life to bring you exactly where you need to be. You may have felt like you were walking through the wilderness, but all along, God has been preparing the land ahead of you. Every step has been intentional, even when you couldn't see the bigger picture. Trust, chosen one, that every delay was part of this divine plan. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Every challenge, every moment of waiting, every time it felt like you were stuck or lost, God was at work, crafting the perfect circumstances to bring about your breakthrough. Just as a sculptor chisels away at a block of stone to reveal the masterpiece inside, God has been chiseling away at your life, preparing you for what is to come. You may have thought that the waiting was pointless, but now you see that it was all part of the divine strategy. God has been shaping you, refining you, and preparing you to step into your purpose. Now, as the breakthrough draws near, the pieces of your life are falling into place. The shift is happening, and you are entering a new phase of alignment. All that you've been waiting for, the dreams, the promises, the desires of your heart are coming together in a way that will feel almost miraculous. The very things you've prayed for, the opportunities you've longed for, are now aligning in perfect harmony. Everything that has seemed like a distant hope is now becoming a reality. This is the moment of divine alignment. What once seemed like obstacles, setbacks, and delays are now being revealed as the very things that were preparing you for this breakthrough. You've been tested, you've been refined, and now you are ready. The shift you've been waiting for is not just a small change, it's a monumental transformation that will propel you into the next level of your purpose. You are stepping into alignment with your divine destiny, and all the pieces that have been scattered across your life are now falling into place. As you embrace this shift, understand that this is more than just a change in circumstances. It's a change in your mindset, your heart, and your spirit. The breakthroughs that are coming are not just external, they will transform you from the inside out. Your faith has carried you through the waiting period, and now, as God reveals the hidden blessings, you will see that your faith has been the foundation for everything that is about to unfold. This is your season of alignment. Everything you've been through, every delay, every challenge it has, all led to this moment. You are now ready to step into the fullness of God's plan for your life. The pieces are falling into place, and what once seemed like impossible dreams are now becoming your reality. Trust that the breakthrough is already in motion. The hidden blessings are being revealed, and as they do, you will witness the beauty of God's timing and divine design. You are entering a new season, one where the promises of God will come to fruition in ways you never imagined. Prepare yourself, for the breakthrough you've been waiting for is about to unfold in your life, and it will be far greater than you ever expected. The time has come, chosen one, for you to step into your purpose like never before. The waiting, the uncertainty, and the preparation have all led to this pivotal moment in your life. You are now aligned with God's will, and the new season that He has been preparing for you is finally upon you. This is your invitation to fully embrace the divine shift that is happening in your life. It is not just a change in circumstances, but a deep, transformative shift in your spirit, your purpose, and your destiny. God has been working behind the scenes, carefully crafting every detail of your life to bring you to this point of alignment. The delays, the challenges, and the waiting periods weren't in vain. They were part of God's divine strategy to mold you into the person you need to be for this moment. And now, everything you've gone through has prepared you to step into the fullness of your purpose. This is the moment when you begin to walk in the power and authority that God has already placed within you. You may have felt uncertain at times, as though you were wandering without direction, but now you can see it clearly. The path before you is unfolding with divine clarity. Every step you take from here will be guided by God's hand, and every decision will be aligned with His perfect will for your life. This is the beginning of a new season, one where you will no longer be held back by the weight of your past or the fear of your future. You are stepping into a time of abundance, of divine favor, and of supernatural breakthroughs. But it's not just about stepping into your purpose. It's about recognizing that God has been intervening on your behalf, even when you didn't see it. His protection has been with you every step of the way, guarding you from unseen forces that sought to derail your journey. When the enemy tried to discourage you, when obstacles appeared to be insurmountable, God was there, shielding you, protecting you, and preparing you for the great purpose that lies ahead. God's intervention in your life has been nothing short of miraculous. You may not have seen it at the time, but every door that was closed, every setback, and every moment of disappointment was God's way of protecting you. There were battles fought in the unseen realm, battles that you couldn't see with your physical eyes, but God was working on your behalf, fighting for you in ways you could never have imagined. His divine protection has surrounded you. Even when you felt alone or vulnerable, He has been your shield, your refuge, and your protector, and now He is ready to unleash the fullness of His protection and favor in your life. As you embrace this divine shift, remember that you are not walking this path alone. God's hand is guiding you, His angels are surrounding you, and His power is at work in every area of your life. You have been protected from harm, guarded against the enemy's schemes, and prepared for the victory that is about to unfold. The struggles you've faced were not in vain, they were part of the process that led you to this moment of divine breakthrough. Now, as you step into your purpose, you can rest assured that God is with you every step of the way, and His protection will continue to cover you. This is your moment to shine, to step into the fullness of the destiny God has designed for you. The waiting is over, and the breakthrough is here. But before you move forward, I encourage you to take a moment to affirm your readiness for what's to come. Like and subscribe to this message as a symbol of your faith and your readiness to embrace the divine shift in your life. Your engagement with this message is not just about supporting the channel, it's a declaration that you are ready to step into your new season with faith, confidence, and anticipation. By hitting that like button, you are making a statement of belief that you are aligned with God's will and ready for the breakthroughs that are about to unfold. Subscribe to this channel as an act of faith, knowing that this divine shift is not just a fleeting moment, it is the beginning of a new era in your life, one where you will walk in the fullness of your calling and purpose. As you engage with this message, know that you are declaring your readiness to receive what God has promised you. You are embracing the divine protection that has been surrounding you, and you are positioning yourself for the incredible things that are about to happen. The waiting is over, and now it's time to step into your destiny. Trust in God's plan, hold on to His promises, and believe that this is the moment when everything shifts in your favor. Get ready, chosen one, for the divine breakthrough you've been waiting for. It's happening now. As you stand on the edge of this divine shift, it's important to understand that the breakthrough you've been waiting for isn't just about external circumstances changing. It's about a profound transformation happening within you. In this moment, God is clearing the confusion that has clouded your mind, and your mental breakthrough is imminent. For so long, Doubt and uncertainty may have been your companions, clouding your vision and keeping you from fully embracing the power of God's plan for your life. But now, the fog is lifting. The mental blocks that once held you back are being shattered, and clarity is on the horizon. It's easy to let doubt creep in when things don't unfold the way we expect. We've all faced moments where it seemed like our dreams were slipping away, or that the promises we've held onto were never going to come to fruition. But those moments of doubt weren't a sign that God had abandoned you. They were part of the process that led you to where you are now. God is working behind the scenes, clearing away every lingering question, every ounce of confusion, and replacing it with a clear vision of your purpose. The mental breakthrough that is coming will lift the veil of uncertainty, allowing you to see things as they truly are. Your path is becoming clear, and as you move forward, you will begin to recognize that everything you've gone through was meant to prepare you for this very moment. This shift in your mindset is not just a momentary change, it's a permanent transformation. As the doubts and fears are cleared away, you will begin to see that your previous struggles weren't meant to defeat you. They were meant to shape you. Every hardship you've faced, every challenge that seemed insurmountable, has been a stepping stone leading you to the breakthrough that is now unfolding. You see, the struggles you encountered were never the end of the story. They were part of God's strategy to prepare you for the greatness that's about to come. When you look back at the obstacles you faced, you may begin to see them in a different light. Those moments of feeling lost, confused, or even defeated were not signs of failure. They were lessons in disguise, opportunities for growth, and preparation for the greater things that were coming. The pain, the setbacks, and the struggles were the very things that helped you build the strength and resilience you need for what lies ahead. God was not punishing you with these challenges. He was refining you, molding you, and preparing you to step into your destiny with confidence and purpose. Now, as you stand on the precipice of this divine breakthrough, it's time to embrace a new mindset. This is your moment to step into a place of mental clarity, where doubt no longer holds you captive, and fear no longer stands in your way. The fog that has clouded your vision is dissipating, and in its place, you are seeing things clearly, your purpose, your path, and your future. The confusion is leaving, and with it comes a renewed sense of confidence and belief in the divine plan that has been unfolding all along. As you embrace this new mindset, I encourage you to fully step into the clarity that God is providing. Your faith, which may have been shaken during moments of struggle, is now becoming stronger than ever. You are no longer bound by uncertainty. The things that once seemed impossible or out of reach are now becoming not just possible, but inevitable. You have been through the fire, and you have come out stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's ahead. This is your time to rise, to embrace the confidence that is now surging within you, and to move forward with faith in every step you take. In this new season, you are called to walk boldly in the clarity that God is providing. No more second guessing, no more fear of the unknown. You are moving forward with purpose, with vision, and with a deep belief in the promises that God has made to you. The mental breakthrough that is happening right now is a direct result of the work God has been doing in your life. You are shedding the old mindset, the old patterns of doubt and fear, and stepping into a new reality where you are fully equipped to fulfill your destiny. Embrace this new confidence, chosen one. Embrace the mental clarity that God is bestowing upon you. With each step, you are aligning more and more with His divine plan. You are no longer held back by confusion or uncertainty. The road ahead is clear, and you are ready to walk it with faith, strength, and purpose. Your breakthrough is here, and you are more than ready to embrace it. This is your time, this is your moment to rise and step boldly into the future that God has already prepared for you. You are standing at the edge of something incredible, chosen one. A divine wave is rising, and it's coming for you. This wave isn't just any wave. It's a spiritual cleansing that will wash away all obstacles, doubts, and fears that have held you captive for so long. For too long, you've been carrying the weight of unanswered prayers, confusion, and the scars of past struggles. But now, as this wave of divine blessings approaches, all that heaviness is about to be swept away. This wave is not a gentle ripple. It is a powerful, cleansing force that has been building in the spiritual realm, waiting for the right moment to break forth into your life. As it approaches, it will remove everything that has stood in your way, every barrier, every doubt, every fear, and every limitation that has kept you from stepping fully into your purpose. Think of it as a spiritual reset, an act of divine intervention that clears the path for you to walk forward without the burdens of the past holding you back. You may have wondered why things seemed so difficult at times, why it felt like the road was never clear, why the blessings you prayed for never seemed to arrive. But now, you will see that it was all part of God's plan to prepare you for this moment. He was not withholding blessings. He was preparing you for the great outpouring that is now on its way. This cleansing wave is designed to cleanse not just your surroundings, but your heart, your mind, and your spirit. It will wash away the residue of past hurts, regrets, and disappointments, making way for the newness that God is about to bring into your life. As this spiritual wave breaks upon you, you will feel an overwhelming sense of renewal. The past will no longer define you. The struggles that once seemed insurmountable will now be viewed as stepping stones that led you to this moment of victory. Every fear that once controlled you will be replaced with a bold confidence in the promises of God. You are about to experience a powerful transformation that will shift your mindset and align you with your true purpose in a way that you never thought possible. This wave is not just about cleansing, it's about new beginnings. As the old is washed away, a new season is dawning in your life. You are on the brink of entering a season where blessings flow freely, where doors that were once closed are now swinging wide open, and where opportunities that seemed impossible are now within reach. The waiting is over, and the time for your new beginning has arrived. You are stepping into a season of divine favor and abundant blessings that will overflow in every area of your life, spiritually, emotionally, and materially. No longer will you struggle to make ends meet or feel like your dreams are out of reach. The abundance that is coming is not just about material wealth, though that is part of it. This overflow of blessings will touch every aspect of your life, your relationships, your health, your career, your sense of peace, and your spiritual walk with God. This is a time of restoration, where everything that was lost will be returned to you, multiplied and renewed. What once seemed impossible is now within your grasp, and the blessings you have longed for are about to manifest in ways you couldn't have imagined. God is not just opening the floodgates of material abundance. He is flooding your life with peace, joy, and fulfillment. The struggles you've faced were part of the preparation, but now you are entering a time when you will no longer have to fight so hard for every blessing. This is the season where God's favor will chase you down, where His provision will overflow, and where His grace will cover every area of your life. It's a season of living in the fullness of God's promises, a season where you will see the tangible evidence of His love and faithfulness. The spiritual wave that is coming to you will bring with it a deep sense of gratitude and awe. As the blessings begin to pour in, you will find yourself overwhelmed with thankfulness for all that God has done. It will be a season of miracles, both big and small, where you will witness the power of God at work in your life in ways that leave you speechless. And as these blessings unfold, you will be able to share them with others, becoming a vessel through which God's goodness flows into the lives of those around you. So, embrace the wave, chosen one. Step into the new season that God is bringing you into, knowing that every obstacle is being cleared, every doubt is being silenced, and every fear is being washed away. This is your time to live in the abundance that God has prepared for you. The blessings that are coming are not just for you. They are for you to share, to multiply, and to use for the glory of God. Get ready, for the overflow of blessings is coming, and it will be more than you could ever imagine. The moment you've been waiting for has arrived. Chosen one. The divine reset is upon you. What once seemed delayed, what felt as though it would never come to fruition, is now being unlocked in an incredible way. This is not just another season of waiting or striving. This is a fresh beginning, a reset designed by God Himself. The barriers that once stood in your way, the obstacles that seemed insurmountable, are now being swept away by the unstoppable power of God's hand. There is a divine force at work in your life, one that cannot be stopped. When God moves, everything aligns with His will. And now, as His power moves through you, the things that were once out of reach are now becoming tangible. What you thought was lost, what you once believed could never come to pass, is now being revealed in its fullness. The doors that were closed before are now swinging wide open, and you are walking through them with the confidence and strength that only God can provide. This divine reset isn't just about a change in circumstances, it's about a complete transformation in your life. The things you've prayed for, the desires of your heart, the blessings that seemed so distant are now rushing toward you, guided by God's perfect timing. What once felt delayed is now unfolding in ways that will leave you in awe of His goodness. God's plan is unstoppable, and His power is about to manifest in your life like never before. With this reset comes a new level of mental and spiritual clarity. You've been through the trials, the waiting, and the refining process, and now, you are ready to walk into the fullness of God's promises. This clarity is not just a mental shift, it's a spiritual awakening. You are no longer bound by confusion or uncertainty. God is aligning your thoughts, your heart, and your actions with His divine will. You are seeing things clearly now, and with this clarity comes the confidence to step into your purpose with boldness and faith. No longer will you be held back by doubt or fear. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable are now simply stepping stones on your path to greatness. With every step you take, you will feel the power of God's promises becoming more tangible. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is now here, and with it comes an abundance that will flow into every area of your life, emotionally, spiritually, and materially. God's promises are not just for a moment, they are for a lifetime. And now, as the reset takes place, you are walking into a season of manifest abundance. This abundance is not limited to material blessings. It is the overflow of joy, peace, purpose, and fulfillment that will define this new season. The struggles, the sacrifices, the moments of doubt and pain, they were all part of the process that has brought you to this moment of restoration and victory. And now, you will experience the fullness of what God has been preparing for you all along. This is a time of victory and restoration, chosen one. The reset will not only restore what was lost, but will bring new life to every area of your existence. Relationships that were broken will be healed. Dreams that were put on hold will now come to life in ways you never thought possible. God is restoring everything that was taken, everything that was delayed, and everything that you thought was beyond your reach. You are stepping into a season where you will see the fruit of your labor, the manifestation of your faith, and the realization of your purpose. God is preparing you for greatness. This divine reset is not just about a return to what was, it's about a fresh start, a new chapter, a rebirth into the fullness of your divine calling. The struggles you've faced, the battles you've fought, and the waiting you've endured have all been leading to this moment. You are being prepared, refined, and strengthened for what is now unfolding before you. The victory you've longed for is within reach, and you are about to step into the greatness that God has destined for you. So, embrace this divine reset with open arms. Know that what was once delayed is now being unlocked, and you are walking into a season of abundance, victory, and restoration. The reset is here, and it is preparing you for everything that God has promised you. This is your time, chosen one. Step into it with faith, confidence, and an unwavering belief that everything you've been through was preparing you for the greatness that is now unfolding. Your divine reset has come. The best is yet to come. As you stand on the precipice of this new season, it's time to pause and reflect on the truth of your journey. You were made for this moment. Every step you've taken, every challenge you've faced, and every delay you've encountered has been part of God's divine plan to bring you to this very place. Your purpose has always been greater than the circumstances you've encountered. You were designed for something extraordinary, something far beyond what you may have imagined. And now, as the veil lifts and the pieces of your destiny fall into place, it's time for you to embrace the fullness of who you were always meant to be. This is not a moment of coincidence. It is the culmination of divine preparation. God has shaped you, molded you, and led you through a path of growth and transformation. The trials you've endured were not there to break you, but to build you. Every heartache, every struggle, and every victory has been part of the beautiful tapestry God has been weaving in your life. And now, the moment of fulfillment is here. The journey that once seemed long, filled with uncertainty and questions, is now about to reach its ultimate purpose. Your destiny is unfolding, and you are stepping into it with more strength, wisdom, and clarity than you could have ever imagined. This is your time to rise, to walk in the fullness of your calling, and to fulfill the purpose for which you were created. All the waiting, all the moments of doubt, all the tears that were shed in private, they have been leading you to this moment. And now, everything you've prayed for, everything you've hoped for, is within your grasp. The divine hand that has guided you this far is not finished with you. It is time to recognize that everything you have faced was preparing you to embrace the fullness of what is about to unfold. The time of waiting has come to an end, and the time of your manifestation has arrived. You were made for this. Your destiny has always been within your reach, and now is the moment to take hold of it. As you stand on the edge of this transformation, know that you are in the midst of a powerful spiritual awakening. You may have felt, at times, like you were drifting, unsure of your purpose or direction, but now, your path is clear, and your spirit is awakened to the truth of who you are and why you are here. God has been working in the quiet places of your heart, preparing you for this exact moment. What once felt uncertain is now becoming clear, and you are beginning to see the bigger picture of your life. The spiritual awakening you are experiencing is not just a fleeting moment, it is a deep, life-altering shift that is aligning you with your true purpose. This awakening is the key to unlocking the doors to your future, to the abundance, peace, and joy that have been waiting for you. You are no longer bound by the limitations of the past, and you are stepping into a season of divine favor and clarity. This is the season where everything that was hidden from you is now being revealed, where every blessing that was once out of reach is now within your grasp. You have been waiting for this moment of awakening, even if you didn't fully understand it. The confusion, the doubts, the challenges, all of them were part of the process that led you to this very moment of spiritual clarity. You are now seeing yourself as God has always seen you: strong, capable, and divinely chosen for greatness. This awakening is your invitation to step into your calling with courage, knowing that you are fully equipped to walk the path ahead. And now, as this transformation unfolds, it's time for you to embrace your purpose with everything you have. This is your time to rise, chosen one. Your destiny is not just a distant dream, it is becoming your reality right now. You have been prepared for this moment, and it is time to walk into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Don't hold back. Step forward with faith and confidence, knowing that every step you take is part of God's divine plan for your life. Remember, your rise is unstoppable. You have fought through every obstacle, every challenge, and every setback. And now you are walking into the victory that has always been yours. God has seen your perseverance, your faith, and your unwavering trust in His promises. And now, He is about to pour out blessings in ways that will leave you in awe. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The waiting, the preparation, the trials, they were all part of your divine training. And now, as you step into your destiny, you will see the fruit of your labor. The victory you've been praying for is already in motion. It's time to claim what is rightfully yours and to walk in the fullness of your divine calling. So, chosen one, as you step into this new season, do so with courage and boldness. Trust that everything you've experienced has been preparing you for this moment of fulfillment. Your rise is not just a possibility, it is a certainty. The divine forces that have been at work behind the scenes are now bringing everything into alignment, and you are stepping into your destiny with power, clarity, and purpose. Embrace your purpose. Embrace your calling. The time is now. Victory is on the horizon, and you are about to walk into a season of unimaginable blessings, abundance, and purpose. Your journey has led you here, and now it's time to walk forward in the fullness of all that God has prepared for you. The best is yet to come, and your rise will be unstoppable.